What's up, guys? Welcome to the Chop podcast, where we explore the best of the culinary scene of the Crescent City.
That's right. Yeah, we're gonna go around town, pick out some of the better spots, some of the spots that we like some nice restaurants, maybe some bar scenes. Check out some different events, and just keep you updated with what's going on in New Orleans culinary scene.
Yeah, there's no better city to do such things. So I'm Tony,
and I'm Jack, and we've been going a little while, so we apologize for that. But today we're gonna try and catch up on a little bit of everything that we've done around the city. We've had some great eats, and we've been to a couple events since then. So
yeah, it's been, I guess maybe 3 weeks since our last episode, 2-3 weeks. And there's been a lot that's gone on since then.
Yeah, there has been a lot. Finally, we got Tony back. They finished the grand opening of Acme over there in Houston. So if you're in the Houston area, be sure to go check out Acme. It's over in the Montrose area of Houston. But we're happy to have him back 100%.
Yeah, it's good to be back. That's for sure.
I know your wife is excited to have you back home too.
She is. And speaking of wives, while we were gone, somebody got engaged.
Yes. I ended up getting engaged. I guess, found me a great girl, couldn't let go of her. So Shima, you out there? Love you, babe.
Yeah, it was a great night. We actually went to a new spot in the city for that.
We did. We went to a little celebratory drinks over at the Peacock Room. I don't know if any of you've ever been to the Peacock Room yet, but it's real new. I don't know how soon how recent it's opened. But
I tell you what, I've been in Houston for 3 months now, and I don't think it was there or open before I left.
I don't think so. But it's located in the Hotel Fontenot, which is a new
Correct.
Hotel as well,
right?
Which is over on the corner of Poydras and Tchoupitoulas.
Correct. Right.
And look, you walk into this Peacock Room, and it is a cocktail lounge.
Yeah, real swanky.
Super swanky.
Got velvet couches,
Yeah, it's fancy. Like, don't show up in there and, in some shorts and and dress like a hobo or something like that. Like,
yeah, that was a sweet little spot.
It's cool, man. They got stuffed peacocks around.
They did. I think we took a photo with a few of them.
Yeah, we were definitely, after a few cocktails, we ended up, petting the peacocks. And
where'd you and Shima go before then?
So, well, first off, so for the engagement, we ended up going to the Chloe Hotel.
Oh yeah, how's that?
That was pretty cool. They gave us we reached out to Chloe, and they really took care of us. The staff over there was amazing. And they got us set up by the pool area. And that's where I ended up popping the question, which is a cool area to do it at, because it was nice green space, had the pool there. I had a little bit of a crowd watching. Everybody kind of knew, so people just hung out at the pool waiting for us to get there. But that was great. So we did that over there at the Chloe. And then we ended up going to Patois for dinner.
Oh, Patois is a classic.
Yeah, it was, man. You just can't go wrong with a French bistro like that. So
not at all.
It was uptown, and I see, if you're looking for a French bistro, check it out. It's a good spot.
Do you remember what you had?
Man,
probably everything. Huh?
Everything was kind of a blur that night. Things happen so fast. Everybody's congratulating. I mean, it was a blur, but it was a lot of fun though.
Yeah, that spot is a very good spot.
It's a nice little, you can do a romantic dinner there, or you can go with a bunch of friends and really have a good time too. So, but then we went to the Peacock Room and met up with you guys and some other friends, and we celebrated.
We had a great night, that's for sure.
We did. So yeah, check out the Peacock Room, guys. If you're looking for a fun little, maybe pre-game or before you go out,
before dinner drinks,
or even after dinner, before you get this town stays open late, so you got some time, especially with the city open again now.
Yeah, that was another kind of welcoming back home for me. When I left, the city was shut down.
Oh yeah,
and it's good to see that the city's back.
Man, I'm living in the Quarter right now, but the Quarter has been nuts.
Yeah,
absolutely nuts. But overall, it's been fun, man. The city's back open, so all the restaurants are popping, all the bar scenes pop, and everything's great. So, what places have you been to around since you've been back?
I've kind of we had the weird thing with Christina having to have just a surprise surgery. So we haven't had, since I've been back, we haven't had a chance to eat out much.
She's doing well now.
Yeah,
guys.
She's doing fantastic. It's been a long week. I came home to surprise her from Houston. And that night we had to go into the emergency room for gallbladder removal.
Man, we getting
which is weird. Yeah, but other than that, before then we went to Larder, which is one of our favorite lunch spots.
Yeah, I've been wanting to try that spot out. So what did you have?
So I had the Larder Whopper, and it's like their play on the Whopper.
Okay.
And it is the best burger. I don't know. It's top 3 in the city, I think. But
top
it is
3 in the city, burger wise.
It's good, man. It's got like a tomato jam on top.
Wow.
Now, I'm not a tomato guy on sandwiches, at least.
Right.
But this is like a jam, almost like a bacon jam or anything else. It's like a jam that they put on top.
So is it like more like a ketchup, like
a little sweeter
than ketchup? But I mean, it's still a tomato jam,
yes,
right?
Correct.
So you get that flavor you need there.
And they have some. Christina got this like Asian salad.
Okay.
But we go there all the time. I've actually talked to Chef Chris Wilson over there. He wants to come do the show. So
does he? Okay.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do a show on them. So I don't want to get too in depth on that.
Let's not, because I want to explore the menu over there too.
It's definitely a must.
I've heard good things, but haven't had it yet. So we're coming for you over
Absolutely.
there.
We'll get you in here, Chris. That's for sure.
Definitely.
But what about you? Where have you been eating?
So like I said, I had the Chloe. Actually, I did the proposal at the Chloe. We didn't eat there that time, but then we went a couple of days later and had lunch at the Chloe, which was
how was that?
It was great. That was the first time I had food there. We sat in the front, kind of, I guess they have like a courtyard area, open space area, and the outside in the front. And we sat out there, and it was great. My favorite dish there was the shrimp étouffée dumpling.
Oh, that sounds phenomenal.
Like as soon as I saw it on the menu, I couldn't even it was automatic. Like I'm trying that. And I was kind of skeptical at first, but I definitely want to try it. I didn't think the étouffée sauce would be what I wanted it to be.
Right.
But man, it was everything and more.
Really?
It was rich. It was creamy. It had what it needed. And then you had all the flavors and everything. And then they had the dumpling, and they had a little crunch on the dumpling. I don't remember what it was, but overall, man, everything else was great over there. I don't even remember what else I had, to be honest with you, but that definitely stuck out for me.
Yeah, I feel like you're I know a good amount of people that have eaten there, stayed there, and said how fantastic everything is. I haven't had a chance to get over there yet, but
if y'all aren't familiar, if y'all not familiar with the Chloe is an old antique home, or it's every
old
home in here,
New Orleans home,
every old mansion. New Orleans mansion. Robert LeBlanc, he does a lot of great things with properties here, restaurants, bars, and stuff. And he's the guy that ended up opening it. And I think it's got 7 to 10 rooms, something like that.
It's very, very small.
Yeah, super small as far as rooms go. And then they have a big pool area. You can go out there. You can do the pool thing. You can have cocktails by the pool. They have a bar and a restaurant. So it's a really cool little space. If you can get some reservations, do it. Go check it out. But it's pretty busy. It's pretty popping.
Yeah, it's definitely on the list. That's for sure.
And I mean, it's New Orleans summer. You got to have a pool involved if you want to try and do anything, because it's hot as hell and otherwise.
Yeah, I feel like I just walk outside and bake. I mean, it is very, very, very hot.
We're just getting started too. So, I mean, people might start making breakfast outside on the streets and stuff. You can definitely fry an egg. That's for sure.
So, we also had hogs last weekend as well.
Yes. Hogs for the Cause was last weekend. It was a muddy,
sloppy
experience, to say the least.
Yeah.
So Tony and I are on. We have a hogs team, or we're on a hogs team.
Mm-hmm. Captain Porkenheimer. And in recent years we've done fairly well, especially with sauce. We've won sauce before, and we've always kind of ranked in the top 10-ish in a few categories.
Right. We're mostly concerned, I think, with having a good time.
Right. Yeah. You can't pass our tent and not be welcomed with a drink.
That's exactly right. Or a big old helping of mac and cheese.
Pulled pork mac and cheese. Yeah.
It's hard to beat.
But, I do want to congratulate the team. My brother, Michael, and Ryan Frischertz, they won the wing competition.
That's right.
I know if you talk to my brother, it was a little foggy of how he did it. But I tell you what, he's damn proud of it. And I'm excited for him. I went into his office this week, and the trophy is on his desk, facing him.
That's awesome.
So he just looks at it all day.
That's awesome. Does he try to throw it in your face that he's got an award and you don't?
Yeah.
You're the chef.
No, he hasn't yet. But talking to him, and anyone who's been to hogs knows it's it's for the kids, it's for barbecue, but it is a drinking fest.
It's definitely a drinking fest. But hey, I don't know the number that they raised this year, but they raise, I mean, upwards of $1 million. Am I right?
Yeah, I think so. Becker and Renee have done a fantastic job of raising money for the pediatric brain cancer, and everything they do for the kids and the family of the kids. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, it was awesome. So Hogs is on. It starts Friday afternoon.
Yep.
And basically Friday is just like a big party. Everybody, you can tents have their individual parties. They have bands out there. It's just a free for all, just a big party, but it's a ton of fun. And then Saturday, people sleep out there Friday night. And then Saturday morning, the teams wake up early in the morning, I'm sure still half drunk, and start cooking all day long. So it's a full thing on Saturday day all the way into the night after they have the awards show.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I know this year, the Boar's Nest normally does that giant party on Friday night. Right. And this year, I think, just to make up for last year being canceled, they did it on both nights.
Wow.
Just a full blown
party.
Didn't
they have DJ Manny
Fresh was there. Yeah. God. Talk about a classic.
Can't believe I missed that party.
I know, huh?
Maybe next year. But
yeah,
man, it rained a lot. It rained a whole bunch. It was sloppy wet, but it was still busy. People were looking for any reason, a rhyme to get out the house.
Absolutely.
So there was people walking around barefoot. There was it was like shin deep mud that you had to walk through.
That's crazy.
You would collect about 10 pounds of mud per foot as you walk through the festival. I mean, I was hurting the next day. I
also feel like that goes hand in hand with hogs.
Yeah.
I've been involved with hogs, I guess, maybe 6 years, maybe a little more than that. But I feel like every year it has been sloppy, which goes to show how good of a festival they are, that they still get thousands of people to come.
That's exactly right.
It's going to be muddy. You're going to get dirty, but it's a blast.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fun time and the food is fantastic. We had one thing. It was a pork belly corn dog. I don't remember the booth we got it at. We had a ton of great food over there while we were there, but they had this pork belly corn dog, which was amazing. I never thought to put pork belly surrounded in cornbread.
Yeah, that sounds phenomenal.
But overall, it was great, man. They had a lot of great food there. I'm anxious for the next one, so we got like a year's wait now. Yeah. But maybe Captain Porgenheimer will let you and I team up on a dish or something.
Yeah, I think so. And congratulations to Larden in charge. They won the pork pourri division and the grand champion.
Oh, so, wow.
That's impressive. And that pork pourri is normally my favorite. Mm-hmm. It was the one I was supposed to do this year. But it's all your dish has to do is involve pork. So you have all kinds of options. And that's good to see they won it.
That's a big deal. There's a lot of teams out there. I don't know the number of teams.
It is. Well, I know the wing competition, there were 74 entries.
Wow.
That's impressive.
So imagine beating out that many teams in a cooking competition. That's pretty awesome.
And like professionals at this.
Yeah.
And here's my brother, shithoused
restaurants and stuff are cooking. Like actual chefs are cooking in these competitions.
Yeah. So
and your brother, insurance salesman,
right? Yeah. So, but good for him. I'm excited for him.
Michael's killing it.
He's definitely gonna put that trophy in his shadow box or something, and he'll be in his office for forever.
He's gonna record this. He's not lit, and he's gonna forever play this over and over to you.
He is. That's for sure.
So Hogs was great, but then we also went to another event this past week.
Yeah, this past weekend. The the New Orleans Wine Food Experience.
Yep.
And it was fun.
No, it was a ton of fun. Look, that was my first time going. Shima and I ended up going, and Tony and his wife, Christina. And you get there and they give you a wine glass. You have your own wine glass.
Yeah.
And you can just walk around and just start.
I would say there was probably close to 100 different wines you could try. Yeah, each booth.
Yeah.
I feel like almost 8.
Plenty of It's like going to Napa to wine taste, but
absolutely
you just have to.
And there's no limit. You can just keep going all night,
going in circles.
Yeah, but there's also just as many wine vendors that were food vendors.
Yeah, they had a lot of food vendors as well. Restaurants were there.
Yeah,
and then you even had spirit companies there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I saw Truly was there too.
Yeah,
Stella. So it wasn't just a wine Wasn't just for white people. You know, they kind of had everything. Hendrix was there, gin.
Yep, that's right. And what's our friends over at the spirits company here?
73.
7-3 Distilling.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, they were there. We tried I don't know, all kinds of whiskeys.
We did a shot of some new whiskey they have coming out.
It was like 90 proof.
Yeah, it was more
burnt.
It was, but it didn't.
It hurt. It was good, but it hurt.
It set the mood for the night. I think it was pretty good.
Yeah, because it was right kind of at the front door.
Yeah,
so
right. As soon as you
come in,
they're like, all right, you walking in, we're gonna give you a shot of whiskey or some vodka or something like that, and then you're on your way with your wine glass.
Yeah.
So,
but the food was good. We had some deviled eggs with some tuna on top.
That's right, from Lotus Bistro.
Yeah. I thought that was good.
Yeah, they're they're in Lakeview. That's where they're at. Lotus Bistro. I think they're fairly new, if I remember correctly.
And I want to say they're on like Harrison, something.
Yeah, Harrison. Maybe they're not new. I don't know. That's the first time I've had them though, and it was like a raw tuna on deviled egg.
Yeah, it was delicious. Simple, but
had
good.
The roe on it and everything. Had a nice little crunch. Had some green onion on there.
Yeah,
it was a really good dish. So that was probably one of the. Actually, I had like 3 of those.
Yeah, I had a few of those as well.
I had like 2 before you got there.
And then we had I had some the culinary school that I attended, Delgado, they were serving what was it, hoghead cheese. I thought that was pretty good too, with like a cheddar cracker.
I didn't get to try that one.
Yeah, that was good. And they do it the old fashioned way. There's not a lot of gelatin in it. Sometimes when you get hoghead cheese, it's almost like Jello with meat in it,
Mm-hmm.
But this one was done well. I thought that was pretty good.
Wasn't too bad.
Yeah,
I had the salmon poke from Legacy Kitchen. Yeah, that was pretty good. It was right next to the deviled eggs, so raw fish.
Yeah, and then we had,
but it was good stuff.
What else? Oh, we had like tuna tartare almost from Merrill, right? Was that a tartare or?
I don't know if I'd go with tartare. I don't know what that was considered. It was like a ball.
Tataki, maybe. I don't know.
It was a ball of raw tuna.
Yeah, in like this wonton bowl.
It was kind of hard to eat.
It was. She was like, "Oh, they're just one bite," and I was like, "I don't know who's swallowing these things." But yeah, it was a few bites.
I'm impressed if they put that whole thing in their mouth.
Right.
Cool.
But then we had one of the best things I've had in a while,
Yeah.
and it was bite size. It was from Shia.
Mm-hmm.
It was a stuffed date.
Yeah, that was the best thing I had there too.
It was good. It was like a mushroom mousse or something in the inside.
I missed the description. I just started grabbing.
And then topped with mushroom bacon, which I thought was phenomenal. It tasted like bacon.
Right, but it was
thinly sliced, and they left it in the oven for like 2 hours.
Thinly sliced mushrooms, guys.
Mushrooms, yeah, I'm sorry. And then they left it in the oven for a few hours and then left it there overnight once they turned the oven off.
So it dried out, almost like a jerky kind
of. Yeah, it was really good, but it had a lot of, they had to marinate it in something to give it that much of a smoky, because it tasted like bacon. It was salty. Mm-hmm. It was delicious.
I wonder if that's like a menu item for them. I've been to Shia a few times, but I don't ever.
Yeah, I've never had them at the restaurant.
They were an award winner there too.
They won.
Right?
I think they won that division. I think it was like the I don't know. I know there's like a lanyap division, an appetizer division. I'm not sure what division. I was gonna say lanyap, but I don't want to say it, and it was wrong.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We're not sure of all the divisions that they had.
Yeah,
over
but
there.
it was good. Yeah. Really good. And then we had that other award from juniors on Harrison Avenue.
Oh yeah, that was
that scallop.
Oh, that scallop. It was super thin sliced scallop. I don't remember what was the details all with it, but it was really good.
It was like, oh man, it's gonna kill me. Kind of like a scallop tiradito, something like that. It was in like fresh citrus juice, and it was good. It wasn't ceviche.
No, it wasn't. We had a ceviche. We had a shrimp ceviche. Crawfish ceviche.
Crawfish and shrimp ceviche from Cafe Reconcile.
That's right, Cafe Reconcile. Which is a great
organization.
Great organization. Mm-hmm. They give back to the community and teach a lot of the community how to work in the restaurant industry.
Yeah, they bring kind of kids from low income areas and bring them into the restaurant business and
give them the skills they need, whether it's front of the house or back of the house. So check out Cafe Reconcile. But yeah, they did have the crawfish ceviche.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. Good.
And they had some of their students there serving it and everything.
Yeah. And then Jack and I got a little aggravated.
Maybe just a little.
They in this whole experience, they have like a VIP ticket you can buy, which like on the website, it says you just get 30 minutes early access.
Right.
That's it.
Right. But they had like a VIP roped off area that had, I think, 2 vendors in it.
2 vendors, a wine vendor,
right,
and a food vendor,
right.
And the food vendor was Blue Giant,
right.
And all we wanted was to try the Blue Giant because it looked good.
It did. It looked really well.
I couldn't tell you what it was.
And look, the vendors were up against the ropes right by the general admission.
Right.
So the place was you'd walk around in a circle, and VIP was kind of off in the middle, off to the left side of the circle.
Yeah.
But you could talk to the vendors from the general admission area. So we asked Blue Giant, hey, can we try some of the food? We're not in VIP, but we'd still like to try the food.
Right.
And they said something like, we wish, but we can. They couldn't. They can only serve the VIP.
Yeah, they can only serve VIP. I was like, what? You did all this work to serve 20 people?
Yeah, because there was only 5 tables in the VIP. So
yeah. It was just I don't know. The wine vendor next to them was serving outside the ropes.
That's what it looked like.
Call me fat, but I wanted to try everything there, man. I mean, I went home not having a vendor.
And I've eaten at Blue Giant before, and it's good. They got some great Chinese food. They got
I don't know. They were like searing something on like a flat top. I don't know what it was.
I wanted to try it, but unfortunately,
next time I guess
we weren't in the cool crowd.
I guess we'll get the expensive tickets next time instead of the cheap seats. But that day I went to an oyster lab that I thought was awesome,
which was part of NAUFI.
Yeah, so NAUFI does classes as well, or they call them labs, and it's like a little deeper dive into certain items. And there was an oyster one hosted at the Intercontinental Hotel.
You weren't teaching the class?
No.
I thought you knew everything.
Yeah, I thought I did too. And I thought this would be a little more informative. And it wasn't. It was kind of like, here's some oysters and here's different ways to eat them.
Was it oysters from around the country, like different areas?
The beginning part of it, yes, it was almost like being at Seaworthy. We had 4 different oysters. We had some from St. Bernard, some from Murder Point, Alabama, some from Blue Point, Long Island, and Summer Love, which is Prince Edward Island, I think, or Prince Edward in Canada.
Okay.
So I'm not going to say West Coast this time. Last time we talked about that. But
it's a Canadian oyster.
Right. But that was good. And that was basically it. So they were like, here's 4 oysters raw, try them. And then we're going to go downstairs and eat some cooked ones. So there was no in depth on, and right now is an odd time for the oyster world. We're having issues, oysters are they're milky.
Aren't you not supposed to eat oyster in a month that doesn't have an R?
That is an old, wise tale. That is a thing and some people still live by it today.
Okay.
It started, back in the day, there wasn't refrigeration trucks. When they were delivering those things, they would spoil because it was so hot.
I see. So it's okay to eat oysters in the summer.
It's definitely okay. They're not going to taste as good as they would in colder months, but you're not going to die. You're not going to get sick. They don't taste great. They're milky. They're bland. Mm-hmm. Sometimes can be gritty. Right. So I thought they were going to go into kind of what's going on with the oysters right now, and it wasn't. But it was still glad. I was still glad I went.
Yeah, I mean, I'd want to know why this oyster tastes like this and this one tastes like this. You know, like what's it? Obviously, environment changes the flavor of oysters and things like that. But I kind of want to dive deep into it.
We've had so much fresh water because of all the rain.
Mm-hmm.
Fresh water is going into the saltwater beds. So, that's why they're kind of getting diluted. And we've also had a very hot few months, so
that's tough.
I get that, but it's just, I thought it was going to be a little more of, why, why is this going on? But it was good. I'm glad I tried them. I love Murder Point oysters.
Mm-hmm.
Those are those real tiny, salty ones. And those are kind of farm raised and tumbled, and they do all kinds of stuff to them.
They just make you feel like a badass because of the name, right?
Right, they do. But then we went down to Trenas, which is in the Intercontinental Hotel.
Okay.
And had oysters a few different ways. We had 3 of them were baked. So we had Bienville style, which is like a crab meat, butter, and shrimp sauce, which was phenomenal. Really, really good. And then we had some grilled ones that were Gruyere and prosciutto, which I thought was really good. And like the prosciutto was like crunchy.
Oh,
yeah, it was really, really good. And then they call it the Intercontinental oyster, but it's just like a champagne butter. So kind of baked with champagne butter, and that was it. But I thought those were really, really good.
That second one sounds amazing. I like.
Yeah, it was good. It was really like shredded Gruyere and prosciutto on top, and it was phenomenal.
So you had raw oysters first.
Yeah.
And then you had these
mixture of baked and grilled oysters. And then we had a salad with fried oysters.
Okay.
And a like smoked tomato tartar sauce, which was really good. I'm normally not a tartar sauce guy. I don't like pickles and some of those other things that you can find in tartar sauce. But this one was really good.
How many people were in the class?
I would say maybe 30. It was pretty cool. You know, I did it by myself. There was a bunch of other people that were kind of by themselves. Typical. There was 3 people with me that was like a typical New Orleans thing. You know, we started talking to each other, and like they just happened to come in this weekend. Had no idea about Nalfi.
That's awesome.
And bought a ticket and went. Like that's cool. So like New Orleans tourists, right? Like just show up. There's got to be something going on in the city.
Something happening.
You know. But it was.
They should have let y'all shuck some oysters. I guess that's a liability, but you can sign off on
a liability. But no, it was fun. I'm glad I went. So we'll see.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, I didn't really notice or see that they had those classes. I should have signed up for something. That would be cool.
They do. We went to one 2 years ago. Because 2020 was canceled. So this is 2019. They do the whole week because it starts on Tuesday and ends on Sunday. The whole week they do wine dinners like throughout the whole city.
Oh, really?
So like, every night there's like 5 different wine dinners somewhere.
They did that this year too?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I missed all that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they probably have maybe, I would say 30 events that involved in Nalfi, you know?
I got to get more involved with this next year then, because it's right up my alley.
Yeah, and
food, wine.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'd say myself every year I'm going to get the VIP ticket that like allows you to go to everything.
We should have,
and I always forget about it.
We could have had Blue Giant,
right? We could have. And that VIP ticket gets you to like all the experiences, like the big ones, like we went to the grand tastings and all that.
Oh,
and then
cool.
You get to choose from like 3 different labs. And then like 2 different wine dinners. So like it's a big package.
That sounds like the right one to get.
Yeah, but I know it sells out pretty quick. So
we got to be on top of it next year.
We will.
Maybe we'll have to contact Nalfi.
Right.
See what's up.
No, we gotta get the Chop Chop boys like in there before they go on sale.
Yeah.
That's it. So well, I think that's all I got.
Yeah, I mean, man, look, we have
a few weeks.
It doesn't stop. I know there's a ton of food to go through. We've eaten a number of spots since our last recording, but we can't cover it all, obviously. But I know we got something. Where do you want to go next? That you mentioned you have a spot coming up.
Yeah, I think so. There's a new new hotel opening up called the Hotel St. Vincent or St. Vincent Hotel, something like that. And they have a new restaurant opening up that's like an Italian themed or concept called San Lorenzo.
Okay.
And it's all like homemade pasta. And, that's my jam.
That's the one over on Magazine Street, right? Hotel St. Vincent. That's what it's called.
Yes, Hotel St. Vincent.
Yeah, it used to be an old orphanage.
Oh, really? Yeah. I did not know that.
Imagine, I bet that place is haunted.
And like they opened, if I'm not mistaken, I think they opened this week.
So when, the day after Sheem and I got engaged, we went run around town and have a lot of fun. We went over to the tasting room. We watched a little bit of the drag brunch they have over there on Magazine, which crazy experience. I don't know if you've never been to a drag brunch. This wasn't my first one, but if you've never been to one, it's definitely a lot of fun and entertaining. And anyway, the tasting room has one over on Magazine Street. And we kept walking down after that, and we come across Hotel St. Vincent, and it was kind of open. They had like a little brunch breakfast spot.
I think the restaurants have been open, but like the rooms, like to be able to stay there.
That was closed.
I'm pretty sure that opens up this week.
Well, look, we we got brave and we walked into the hotel.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, we promptly got told the hotel's not open yet. But we looked around, needless to say, and it was pretty cool, man.
It seems awesome.
It's cool. I'm definitely want to go check it out. So
yeah,
the cool
San Lorenzo is definitely on my list. I am huge into handmade pasta.
Okay.
I don't think there's that many spots in the city to get some. There are some, but like Gianna is one of those great spots that always have some. And this San Lorenzo looks like that's all they're pumping out. So
that's your spot.
I may move there.
This dude teaches people how to make handmade pasta. So, you know, he's got a love for the real deal. So
it's definitely now you know, COVID brings out everyone found a new hobby. I feel like in COVID,
right?
And pasta has been my like zoned in on pasta making.
Nice.
And there's some things around the corner that I think I'm going to get into with more involved in pasta making. But cool. I got to try this spot. It looks phenomenal.
Let's do it, man. Sign me up. I'm ready for it.
Absolutely. So. And look, guys, if there's any other places that you want to hear us, you know, review or want to see what we think about it, please let us know.
Yeah, or if you're a restaurant and you want us to come by and check you guys out, let us know. Just we're always open for anything and everything. So absolutely, you either reach out to us directly on Chop Nola or Boot Crew Media. So please send us whatever you'd like us to hear. So yep, that's perfect. It, guys. So thank y'all very much for listening, and y'all
keep eating, guys.
Yeah, keep eating, New Orleans.